I notice you always research. There's great research. It's it's so far. I love to ask questions, and everybody sent me like, "Go check it out, check it out, look up," and I don't like to do it. So it's kind of when you say so, I trust you.
Well, that's
I choose people to.
Glutton for punishment.
that's good.
No, I choose people who I. Oh, okay. This
Probably
guy,
aren't going to lie to you.
And I trust you in many ways. But I'm just curious, how far do you go with reality? And you have to mix it.
I have to. How far do I go staying close to reality?
Yeah. And
if reality gets in the way of the story, it's out of there. Yeah. If I need. Yeah. If yeah. Reality is for people who can't handle fantasy. My idea is to sort of make the truth come out because the conversations, the words I have come out of Renoir and Monet and Manet's mouths, they didn't really happen, but they're based on how I think they would talk based on what I read. So obviously that I sort of diverge at that point, but what I think is their spirit. Like I know Renoir would say things like, "It's not your intelligence, it's your skill. It's not about." He goes, "I'm the least intellectual man there is. I'm not a storyteller. I just paint what I see," and so he reflects that. And all through his biography, he's going, "I like a substantial woman." And he does, and this is not to. It's just who he was, and he liked a woman who was dumb and didn't know how to read. And his son talks about that in his biography. So his being sort of reflects that, but you can't try and be word for word. That's not what I do, and that's not why you guys read my books. So yes, you can totally trust me, but it's like when Manet says to Whistler, "How's your mother?" I made that up. There's a point where Lucien, who is the main character in this book, and Toulouse-Lautrec are carrying a painting across the square in Montmartre. And they run into Renoir, and it's of a girl, and he says, "Well, she's too skinny." Yeah, I like big butts. And they're in spirit, Renoir said that, but in reality, probably not. So that's where I try to stay with the spirit of things and reflect the spirit of things, and not. I don't worry about it lining up, or otherwise I would write nonfiction. And there's reference. You can go look that if you wanted to. You could go look stuff up, but I would just trust what I have to say. Sure, back there in the stripes.
How do you keep your focus and passion writing the same book for 4 years?
Huh? Do you want to ride bikes? She asked me, how do I keep my passion and focus for 4 years?
Look, a squirrel.
That's so true. That's so true. Well, one of the things too, I mean, if you think about it, yes, it's focused, but all my books are about different stuff, because I really don't have that good an attention span. So it's, and people, it's so funny. I got a letter today from this guy who's going on and on about all this different theology, and did you read this books when you did Lamb, and and you should probably check this out. And I'm like, dude, that was 10 years ago. I don't care about Jesus. My Jesus book is totally done. I'm writing about guys, chicks painted blue and stuff. But if I pick a subject that interests me, then you can start to go into it. Like when I did the Shakespeare book, when I did Fool, first it's a Byzantine plot in King Lear to try and keep straight. I mean, I got 3 or 4 big national reviews from big papers that went, "It's an overly complex plot," and I'm like, I simplified it. I made it coherent. Shakespeare was just like, and this probably happens over here. So a lot of times there's things that are built into the project, and every day you meet a new page. It may be the same subject, but every day it's a brand new blank page you've never seen before and a problem that you haven't solved before. So even though I might have spent 4 years in the world of painters and painting, which is a great subject to, it's a great place to spend time in, I had to face the challenge of writing about this visual medium every single day, without having to have all of you guys have a PhD in art history in order to understand it. So for your fun and amusement, there are colored pictures in it. Because I was like, I don't know. I didn't want to do the entire book just describing paintings, So, but hopefully I don't get bored. I mean, probably what'll happen is if I really do get bored with a subject, you guys will know. You're like, how come after like chapter 23 this is horrible? And I was like, I'll be like, well, cause Game of Thrones came back up. Do you have a question?